what's up, everybody? It's a Crazy Spartan. Today, I got a little bit of information for you, and what I want to go over is honestly, this has actually all been covered before, but I'm going to add a little something that I don't think has been caught by a lot of people. I don't think anybody's realized this, but my personal opinions is that Halo 2 Anniversary is extremely likely to come out this year, and I mean extremely likely. There has been hints for quite a while now as to this being the next game that is going to be coming out for the Xbox One Halo-wise. I'm going to go into those reasons, but then at the end of the reasons, I'm actually going to show you something else that I think has been completely forgotten about. So please stick around for that. Let's go ahead and jump right into the reasons as to why I think Halo 2 Anniversary is going to be the game that is going to be released this year. And again, none of this has been officially confirmed. I think we probably won't get an official confirmation till March, maybe April, and at the very, very latest E3 in June. So hopefully we'll get something before then at least. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the reasons here. Number one is 343 has yet to reveal an actual title to the next game. They have not said Halo 5, which would be what you would think would be the next title. But unfortunately, no, they have not. They have not done that. They have been very secretive about that ever since last year at E3. All right, next thing is Larry Herb and Phil Spencer are dropping hints about ilovebees.com. Now, if you remember ilovebees.com, it was essentially an alternate reality game that you went online to the website, and it did, I think, a whole lot of puzzles and whatever else and stuff like that. And when you got to the end, it was a very, very brief glimpse of Halo 2, a trailer of some kind. Now, I'm no expert on ilovebees.com because I unfortunately was not part of that, but that is what I hear and what I understand is what it was. It was a Halo 2 advertising campaign, more or less, and they're dropping hints about it. Larry Herb, if you don't know who that is, he does a lot of the Xbox community stuff, so that is really, really big news, in my opinion, that they're dropping hints about that. All right, next thing, McFarlane Toys is releasing Halo 2 action figures. Now, Halo 2, it's not like a reproduction of old action figures or anything, because McFarlane Toys was not even creating Halo 2 action figures back then. They were, I think it was, I want to say Mega Bloks, but it wasn't Mega Bloks. It was another company entirely that was doing Halo 2 toys at the time. So this is not a reproduction. This is a brand new thing. And on the box, it actually says unlockable content. So this is kind of interesting as to what this is actually going to pertain. I don't know. But it is interesting that McFarlane Toys is starting to create prototypes of Halo 2 action figures. I think that's definitely a good indicator. Now, let's go ahead and jump on to the leak. Now, the leak has been actually proven correct in the past. For example, I think he said that Microsoft employees would get a white version of the Xbox One, and that has been proven correct. And he was also correct about the Xbox One patch that arrived in February. He timed it out perfectly. He may have been a little off on the date, but you know how patches go. Sometimes they need to do any last-minute updates and stuff like that. But he was correct that we did get an Xbox One patch in February. So the leak is already starting to prove correct on what he has said in his statement on the Halo 2 anniversary and stuff like that. All right, let's see. Microsoft is actually pursuing legal action against the leak. Now, this is also interesting, as why would they do that if it was speculation, if it was false? I mean, it's very likely that they are chasing him down because it was something they did not want released at all. And Microsoft has yet to make a denial statement about the leak. As far as I know, they have not done that at all. So this is really looking like this is going to be a legitimate leak, and could be something that is going to be coming out this year. All right, and next reason, and this is going to be kind of the final reason here, but this is a big reason in my opinion. Steve Downes made this statement on IGN. Now, I think you may be ahead of yourself on Halo 5, Downes said. I wouldn't expect anything until 2015. What you can look forward to this year is an anniversary edition of Halo 2, and that is a direct quote from Steve Downes. Now, very quickly afterwards, I think it was the next day or something like that, he made basically a retraction statement. And the statement said, "It sounds like I was confirming Halo 2 edition, anniversary edition, which I most certainly was not. I am in no position to do that as I have no knowledge of it. I was only mentioning what I had seen online about it." Now this, in my humble opinion, I think Microsoft and them said, hey Steve, you cannot be saying that. You need to make a retraction statement about as fast as you possibly can because we don't want that information out. So I think that was kind of what happened. All right, and my last reason I'm going to be putting out here as to why I think this is going to happen is that about a year ago, I believe it is, I think Microsoft purchased the rights or the copyrights or whatever else you want to call it here that allowed Halo CE Anniversary to do just this, is to switch between the new graphics and the old graphics at the push of a button. So they have bought that. Now, if they're going to buy that technology, there's probably a very limited use for that kind of thing, and that use would easily be placed right in here with Halo 2 Anniversary. That is definitely my reasons as to why I think as Halo 2 Anniversary is on the horizon, and we are going to be seeing this in the future. Now, let's go ahead and get into what you actually get with the Halo 2 Anniversary according to the leak. And then I'm going to cover what I believe everybody has kind of missed, unless I'm just not catching everything, every video and everything else, but I think I have something that some people have very easily missed. All right, let's get into what we get. First thing is, it's going to be released on November 11th, which actually is very consistent with the release dates. It's on a Tuesday, and this is actually something I called out in the past videos, that the next Halo game would probably be released on November 11th. All right, let's see. It's going to include a beta access to Halo 5, which is awesome. Halo 4 needed a beta, and that's what Halo 5 is going to need. And I think game developers overall are really starting to go, you know what? We need to really make sure our games are coming out and they're ready to play. That's why I think we got Titanfall beta. They were testing the cloud multiplayer action on it, or the cloud infrastructure, making sure that works. And the alpha was the test for any other bugs. EA released Battlefield 4, and it had a ton of glitches, and it hit EA in the pocketbook. And that's where companies are going to make their changes, especially big companies. They're going to say, ooh, ouch, we don't want to do that anymore, so we are going to make sure what we release is going to be ready to go from day one. And I believe that is the case in this, especially with Halo 4, the way it released, it wasn't ready. We all know it wasn't ready. So they're going to make sure Halo 5 is ready to roll. All right, it says it may feature an alternate ending. Now, one of the things I did not like about Halo 2 was the ending. I didn't care for it. It just kind of caught me off guard and just did not like it all that much, to be honest with you. Just kind of like a brief cliffhanger, but I can't blame Bungie for that. They were pretty much rushed to get that part done. All right, and the next thing here is that you're going to have access to a Halo real-time show, not related to the Steven Spielberg project, but more or less along the lines of Forward Unto Dawn, which, if you remember that, it was an excellent show. I mean, it didn't have a huge budget, but it did so well. I really enjoyed it. I loved the story of Lasky and all that. All right. And it is going to include a port of Halo 3 and Halo 4 to the Xbox One, which is awesome. You have those two excellent games on the Xbox, which is really going to make me think about, you know what, I'm pretty much done with the 360, because the reason I want to keep the 360 is because I love the campaigns. As you guys know, I love going through them all the time, and it's one of my favorite things about Halo. I love multiplayer, but the campaigns are definitely worth the time to go through them. And the last thing that it has confirmed was a multiplayer was confirmed. The actual way it's going to be completed is completely unknown. Is it going to be like Halo CE Anniversary, where you just bring over maps to the Halo 5 or Halo 4, that kind of thing? Or is it going to have its own multiplayer, like a classic Halo 2 multiplayer? We don't know at this time. The thing it does, if it does have the classic Halo 2 multiplayer, if that is in the deal, meaning you're basically going to be playing Halo 2 online again, I'm going to hope that every map is, of course, a HD remix. Every map is included. I mean, all of them, all the DLC maps, all the original maps. I want to play them all because I loved so many of those maps. Though I did not get to play Halo 2 very long, I just thought they were just so well done. Beaver Creek, a real Blood Gulch, that type of thing. Oh, I love that type of game. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get. So hopefully, if that's the case, we do get everything to go with that multiplayer. Now it's time to get into what I think no one has actually really touched on yet and has not even noticed. So go ahead and watch this brief clip from E3 of last year as to kind of remind you as to what I am going to be talking about.
But today, we're here to announce Halo's debut on Xbox One. A Halo FPS for a new generation of hardware that will take full advantage of the power and flexibility of Xbox One. A Halo engine enhanced by the power of cloud computing, dedicated servers, and for the first time on console, a Halo experience that runs at a blistering 60 frames per second. All right. In 2014, Halo Combat will truly evolve, and your journey with Halo on Xbox One begins. Thank you.
All right, so we've all pretty much seen this video here before, but I wanted to point out a few things here. Is that we all thought that this was probably going to be applied to Halo 5 or the next iteration of Halo, but I don't think we are going to see Halo 5 in 2014, and she did say 2014 will be the next Halo experience on Xbox One. And she said, we're getting our dedicated servers, and we're getting cloud matchmaking, cloud multiplayer, and 60 frames per second. Now take that and apply it to Halo 2. All the maps, all the game times, and just throw that out there, imagining what the possibilities could be. I mean, no black screens, no nothing, and it's just going to be incredible. I honestly, I wonder if I caught something here that no one's thought about and no one's caught at all. I honestly don't know. Please go ahead and leave your opinions, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Did I catch something? Did I not? Am I just having wishful thinking? I honestly don't know. We will probably not know anything here until probably March or April next year, or not next year, but coming up. So hopefully we're going to see some real solid information very soon. But I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope I gave you guys something to think about. If you guys like the video, please go ahead and leave a like, and of course subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and share this with your friends. You may not know, or they may not even know, Halo 2 Anniversary is even a possibility this year. Go ahead and do that. Thanks again, guys, for watching this video, for this incredibly long video. I apologize for that. I did not expect it to be this long, but it was fun. I had to really put this information out into one big thing, one big video. All right, guys, this is the Crazed Spartan, and I am out of here.